Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 32 episode 5. In the previous episode we got cell block A all completed, as you can see. I mean, actually all completed is not strictly true. We do need to put a couple of things in, mainly metal detectors. I was going to put metal detectors around here and around here, but I don't think I can actually really fit them in. I mean, ideally they would go there, obviously. Well, actually there. But then that would be a real pain to put them little blocks here, so they have to go around them. They technically, as long as they go inside the same box, it does work, but it looks a bit dodgy. Either way, I'm not really going to bother just yet, but there's a couple of things to do in that area, as you can see. But it's, for the most part, it is done and it is certainly functional. In this episode, we're going to be getting some prisoners. Now, in the last episode I did ask, what do you want to see? What sort of prisoners do you want? And I thought, well, obviously everybody's going to go for high risk because that's what everybody goes for. However, to my surprise, most people have said, the majority of people said, go for mid-sec, because we haven't done mid-sec in a while, and because of the amount of prisoners that you're getting, max-sec might be a little bit dodgy. Obviously more money, but maybe not a good idea. So I'm going to turn off our min-sec intake, turn off our max-sec intake, and then we will say receive, I think, a good 20 prisoners, right? 20 prisoners is a good amount for the time being. We'll have one day of 20 prisoners, and then we'll go from there. So I do need a couple more guards, 1, 2, 3, and I think I do want 1, 2, 3, 4 more cooks there. I think we do need to alter our regime a little bit as well, and it was to do with the lockup. And actually, you know what? I think that's enough lockup. I think that should do us quite nicely. I could, if I wanted to, alter this work time. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to remove all free time apart from the ones before the eat. Or do I want to do that? I think that'll be about right. The reason I want it on at least 4 hours work time each way is because if you don't have that, people can't complete some of the parole things, so that's problematic, so we need to keep it like that. And one thing we need to do as well is go to deployment and then to staff only, and obviously change a lot of these areas to staff only because, well, obviously we don't want them wandering around in there. This is obviously the outside, and that should do us quite nicely. I do want to extend to this side at some point. It is, what is it, 20 grand to actually go to that side, so I'm not going to do that yet. I need to get prisoners in here first and then expand, but remember, this side here will be where we're going to have like a security station on the outside, which will have door control and things like that. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if we can build another road these days. I don't know if that's the case or not. Otherwise, I will have to build another area across there with a power block and things like that. But it should be all right. There's going to be a lot of dead zone at the back as well. There's a lot of things that we won't really use, but that's just something we're going to have to deal with. Anyway, I need to just check our bureaucracy and make sure that, yeah, we do actually have prison labour, which means we can go to rooms and then to our cleaning cupboard. Yeah, we've got cleaning cupboard, so we should have laundry. There it is, and we can build laundry over there, and obviously we need to fill this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 laundry machines at the back. We do need a couple of tables, which I'll put like that. Actually, we don't really need 2 tables. I think just 1 should do the job quite nicely. And then we need some ironing boards, which are always a little bit dodgy to place, but I think that should do us just the 2 for now. And then obviously we need some sort of laundry baskets, which we will literally just line the area like so, because they get moved out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. There we are, and now we have the laundry all sorted. The laundry files. They're a series of books, actually, the laundry files. Apparently quite good, but I haven't read them. It's a bit sort of weird Cthulhu-y sort of Lovecraftian with some other weird stuff in. It's a bit weird. That's all I can determine when I look at the book and read about them. Anyway, so we do have a couple of patrols going around. If we go to guard patrols, we've got 2 patrols in the main cell area here, although I don't think they're all the way to the end like they should be. So they should be to there, that should be to the end like so. Originally it was just to the end so they could just see there, but I do want them to go right on the outside because we will actually no, we don't want it right to the outside, because what we're going to have is a guard, an armed guard walking right around, and also a dog walking around that as well. So we're going to have it fairly secure. So we're going to get 20 prisoners of the old medium risk. So we'll see what happens with this one. What I think I will do is probably go to our road gate. Hang on one moment. Road gate. And then I need to put in road gate either side. Now, this is a problem because I don't know which way these open or close. So I've ordered them there. Obviously, a big, huge gate at the front there. I will put road gate either side. But I just need to see which way these open. I'm going to speed up to max speed while they get on with that. And as soon as it's put in, we'll find out. Now, it might open. That opens the right way. That opens that way. Now, this should slide down as well. Yes, perfect. There you go, look. So they now slide like that. Excellent. So, here are our prisoners. That guy's apparently really, really white. Oh, no, it's just next to that light there because it looks like there's changed the illumination, which is quite good. So, we have Felix Schaefer, Christopher Weiner, Box, Andrew Schaefer. I wonder if he's related to Andrew. Let's have a quick look. So, there's Andrew Schaefer and there's Felix Schaefer. Let's have a quick look. Family, ex-wife, son, daughter, son, mother and father. That, how old is he? He's age 34. This guy's age 20. He's got a son age 15. No. Son. No. This guy then. Wife 20. No. Not related, because it tells you the age, obviously, so it won't work out. Doesn't work out. Well, continue on. We've got Christopher Beckworth. We've got Matt. Okay, I'm going to... Silayashi. Something like that. We've got... Oh, there's a face and... Oh, Casper Carr Groob. There we go. We've got a Scott Lindsay. We've got a Tab. We've got Dean Sin Queen. That's actually a really cool name. Alex Trotter, I believe. Christopher Bray. Ian Frost. We've got Christopher Griffin. Chris Griffin! Dad. Family Guy. James Newbatty. Richard Stubbs. Stubbs or Snubs? Stubbs. Edward Mallory. And Aston Curtis. We probably missed one. Oh, there's another one there as well. Ricardo Sigilario or something like that. Yeah, Ian Frost. Pretty much sorted. There you go. We've got a lot of prisoners. We've got 20 prisoners, and already the danger level is flying up. So, that's problematic at least. Let's just go to our objects. Actually, no, we'll go to materials first. What I want to do is to go to concrete tiles, and I need to just concrete tile this area here. Oh, there we go. Already we're finding some nice contraband. That's pretty good. So we're just going to put some nice pathway all the way along here. There we are. Obviously on the outside, there'll be the same thing as well up to there. And then inside here as well. There we are. Now we do need to have a little bit... I think we'll just put it there, like that. See, like this big path bit there. And I think the yard... Oh, the yard does go down to that bit, but I don't really want it there. So I'm just going to remove yard from that side and from that side. So it only go... That's basically the one square bit of yard that they actually have. But speaking of the yard, obviously people have been saying, well, we really need to furnish that yard. And I agree. I think we do need to put something in the yard. So I'm just going to put some weights benches all the way down like so. That should do it quite nicely. We could put some tables and chairs in, but I think it would be a little bit of a waste because of the... because of where we got that stuff. Actually, you know what? I might remove them weights benches and put just a bench in one corner like that. There we go. I think that would be a little bit better. Just have a bench. Having a bench is pretty useful in there. Right. So it looks like they are already being taken through the center there, which is not good. Danger level is flying up there. A lot of them saying they've been unnecessarily searched recently. I will be the judge of whether they've been unnecessarily searched. I don't think they have because... Oh, you can't actually see because I haven't got the intelligence unlocked. So let's research contraband. Obviously, we need to do armory as well. Most of this is all queued up anyway. But yes, we are getting the prisoners in, and now they're going to be taken to their cells. So obviously, these cells are only a little bit smaller than what is actually required. Now, as you can see, they do still look okay. Like you could have them really, really small. You do still technically have to have it as an official cell, which means you do have to have a bed and a toilet. So I think the smallest you could ever make that is 3x1. I've got a 2x2, so it's only a little bit of space, but it is what I would call... Oh, that guy's already... Both these are already being taken immediately to lock up. So there you go. Look, they've got 4 hours of because of drugs and 4 hours because of luxuries. So yeah. Basically, if you find contraband, then you put them in there. I don't think, though, that putting them in... having luxuries is the same sort of thing. I mean, I don't know if that's sending the right message, saying that you get forwards for like having a mobile phone and drugs, because obviously drugs being illegal in most places, whereas luxuries like mobile phone not being illegal. Certainly in prison, it could be the same. I mean, you know, contraband is contraband. That doesn't really matter what it is, but still might not be sending the right message. Either way, we'll leave it as is. What I do need to do here is just plumb these things in like so, and obviously we need to just run a little bit of the old electrical cablings inside there, just one of them to go onto there. These don't actually have pipes underneath because pipe isn't automatically placed, whereas electrical cable is. So there we go. Right, so we don't have any CCTV. We do need to put that in. We'll do it across the road. But we do have 20 prisoners out of a maximum of 60. So assuming today goes okay, what I will do is then maybe perhaps... Why is there still a box? Yeah, there is still a box there. We've got a television inside it. What I might do is get more prisoners in, even more prisoners in. But we'll see what happens there. This bit at the bottom was going to be, I believe, the chapel. Or it could technically also be the classroom. But I think I will make it the chapel, because chapel seems to be one of those things that is just super like necessary really in the game now. We'll put the chapel, or we'll put the altar right at the back there. It goes right in the middle as well, and we will actually put pews either side. This is actually the perfect size for this thing. Obviously prayer mats as well we will put at the back. Now we could do that, and I think I will. We're just going to stack them like so, and I think we will also put prayer mats at this side as well like that. Actually no, we'll cancel them. I don't like them facing that direction. I think face them downwards like that, you see. There we go. And that should do that. Altars, prayer mats, everything else. Right, so there's a couple of dinglings there, which means we've probably got some research done here. I call it research, but it's unlocking, isn't it? And it looks about right. We're researching unlocking dogs and contraband. We haven't got tax relief because we're not making anything. We do not have micromanagement, but I don't think we need it either. Now, I could if I want to sack a couple of people, but like the finance, for example, and then or maintenance, for example, because we're never going to research anymore with that. But I think we'll keep it in for now. Right, let's just check the utilities here. We do need to run some electricity in a couple of places. We also need to get the building here done. This is going to be our maximum security, so we're going to get that done, and we'll build it. Oh, actually, what we'll do, we'll have to do that. But then we'll have to redo this wall at the back, which will be a little bit dodgy because it means demolishing the wall. But we'll see what happens, because what will probably happen is another wall will go along there. In fact, what we'll do is we'll extend that wall along there, and that will say that's now an official sort of building. And then that'll end up being something else. That wall will end up staying the same, so we'll have to demolish that and then put the concrete back in. But we'll see what happens. Either way, we do need a large jail door put there, because otherwise you can't get to that area. Right, so obviously a lot of prisoners coming in here. What I need to do for the time being, at least, I just need to go to unlocked. I need to unlock that entire area there, which should... No, it hasn't, because these are now classed as normal things. Okay, these have actually been classed as different areas, you see, these doors, so that's problematic. So I'm just gonna have to lock them open, because normally I would do an automatic door opening system, but because I don't actually have that yet, I don't have the building to put that in, I can't do it. Right, so we'll speed up to max speed. We do have a couple of grants on the go. We've got a governmental security rating, which is assigned 2 dog handlers on dog patrol and 2 armed guards on patrol. Obviously we don't have that yet, but we'll get on with that soon. And we need to go to prisoner acclimatization and engagement, which is kitchen, laundry and cleaning cupboard. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky here, this one, so I'm going to go to rooms and then cleaning cupboard and do that, okay? There is now the official cleaning cupboard, okay, which technically it is indoors, which, there we go. And then what I'm going to do, what's all that on the back there? That is prayer mats. Prayer mats apparently come in a massive crate these days. I'm going to go to deployment, and then I'm going to go to, actually it's not deployment, is it? It's logistics, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can't put the clean. Why can't we do that? We can't put them in there. That cleaning cupboard there is not classed as an official cleaning cupboard. So why is that? Cleaning cupboard. If I get rid of it, where else could I put it? I could change it. What I'll do is I'll change the storage to cleaning cupboard for now. That should do it. And then I could go to deployment. No, I always go to deployment in logistics. There we go, and I assign them all there, but obviously it does say staff only, and that's fine because I'm just going to unassign them straight away because we don't want them, but we do have the grant, which is why we did it in the first place. As I said, I don't know whether that's a bug or whether it is just a case of you can do it, and it might be kept in because technically you are assigning them to that, but then you're not allowing them in. So on this sort of weird bureaucratic level, you are fulfilling the requirements, but yeah, you're not being precisely above board with it, I think, is this proper term. It's not exactly on the level. There's someone visiting there. Oh, look at that little kid, look. I love the actual body's a little shorter, but the head's the same. It's like Minecraft style. Anyway, there they go. They're all leaving. There you go. Oh, Frost's daughter. What's Frost done? Driving on the influence, possession with intent to supply, death by dangerous driving. So he hasn't murdered anyone. Violent disorder. Maybe he's a drug dealer or something like that. Either way, he's wearing shades in the day. One of them. Right, shades when he's inside and all that. Right, so we need to check the grants here. So we've got inmate nutritional research, which we haven't done. Got prison manufacturing facility and prison reform program, which again we haven't done. I do want to keep my grants open because I do want a max-sec infrastructure. However, nutritional research, single low quantity, low variety meal for 2 days. And that means to do that, we need to mess the other thing up. I'm not going to bother with that one. We're going to go for education reform program because we might be able to do that. And obviously, we need to build a classroom which will go up the top there. But that means building the entire section there, which we will get to at some point. Right, so it looks like we do actually have our building in here. There's going to be a concrete wall all the way to the back because we do need to build a concrete wall. There we are. So this is all put in. There's a bit weird light. There's some lighting glitches going on there, but we'll see what happens. There you go. Look, all these little bits of wall and such. Some lighting glitches there. Looks like they can actually go over the top of it and actually not. They don't have to dismantle the old bit and put in the new, which is good. I'm glad of that. Right. So over to planning, you can see this is where we've got a, well, that's our death row bit. This is our actual death row area. So let's get on with that. Let's just go to walls and we will crack on. So I actually like the idea of it being, and this is one thing that someone suggested actually, but I've done it before several times. I want to have an area where, well, I want to have this area. I want to have double doors at the front of it, which is, I don't know why, it just seems to feel right. There we go. I'm just going to put all of the actual walls in this place because I might as well. Won't take a lot of money. In fact, I say that it's cost 3 grand to do it, but it's fine because we have 31 grand. We should also now have the ability to take in. No, MaxSec's still there. MaxSec is still there. We're still researching. Oh, there we go. Death row is just being appointed. So we can get death row now, which we currently don't have any death row inmates at all. Look, none available because they are obviously quite rare. So I'm not going to receive any at the moment. We do have there reduced execution liability, which is 10 grand on that one. And your lawyer lobbies for a reduction in the required strength, conviction strength, basically. So if we mess up, we don't get penalised as much. So we'll see what happens there. I need to put in some electricity in here just to power the whole thing up. So let's just expand that down to either side there. Obviously, also we need to run some electricity into what will be the execution room, so we'll run that like so. In fact, we don't really need to do it that way. We'll just do it like that, and then that powers the whole thing up. Fantastic. We could run from there as well, but you know, I don't like the idea of it going from there. Rather, coming that way is better. Right, okay, there's that sorted. This is our first day with prisoners, so far no problems whatsoever. I haven't noticed any ODs. There hasn't been any dodgy things. Obviously, we have a couple of people in solitary. We did shove them in there, but for the most part, things are going quite well. So we need to go to our, well, I guess we've already got parole there. We do need to put parole on the other side. I might as well put another parole in there because I'm going to be making one there. Now, someone mentioned that I could actually change one of these to classroom because we don't technically need 2 parole rooms. I sort of agree, but then we're also putting classroom over there, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing that would change stuff is if we didn't have it there. We could then put, or if we did have classroom over there, it means that over this side we could have a security station, but you know, we'll see. This area here is also going to be a security station, but we'll get on with that later on, I think, because we don't need it just yet. So we do have execution. We might as well clicky clicky draggy draggy and put that in. And while we're on, obviously it's right across from the morgue, which is sort of apt. We also need to put in some, not exports, we need to put another parole in. So let's go for parole there and parole there. Now obviously this section here, all of this here is going to be MaxSec only. So I'm just going to put some, not MaxSec, death row only. There we go, there's that put in. And we need to put in a visitor table, so we'll go for there and there. Okay, sorted. And then we need to go to deployment, death row, There we go. In fact, don't know why that little bit's different. That there is shared. Oh, booze and knives and things like that. That's more prisoners coming in, I guess. I was going to go through all the names of these prisoners, but there's a lot of them, so we're not going to do that. There's a Drummond. There's a Davies. Either way, a lot of these guys are getting searched. We'll just go to our intelligence and we'll see what we've got. Let's go for informants. Obviously, we don't have any, but we can see that we've got a couple of people that are tough and a couple of random traits that we don't know about. We've got skilled fighters, extremely strong, fearless, and quick. A couple of other traits there. Something to probably keep in mind is you need to force these doors open because obviously there's a lot of jobs to do here. In fact, speaking of jobs to do, let's go to staff and then to guards and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hire 5 more guards. I think another janitor is in order. There we are, and I don't think we need another gardener. That should be fine. Speaking of gardener and also the yard, we do need to put in some green grass. No, I don't mean green grass, I mean gravel. There you go, they don't even get to see green grass. So, execution is there. Let me just check my power grid. I don't think we'll be... we're only running at half capacity, so that's fine. There's no problem here at all. We can just go here and then put a bit of the old electric chair in. Sadly, you can't rotate it, but it's in there. So we also need to put in some... I believe it is chairs, but it doesn't actually tell me, to be fair. It's not benches. I think it's chairs. Normally it says what it needs. It just says electric chair. But anyway, they're now put in. So, these areas here are cells, so we're going to clicky, draggy, and put some cells in here. Don't know what that bell was, but probably something to do with the research and such. So, beds, I think we will put on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells we have in total. So, I think we'll put the... We'll probably do the same as we've done here. So, we'll have a bed facing that way, like so, you see. And then we'll have a toilet right at the back, like that. Sorted. And obviously we do need to run some water in this place. Now, where is the nearest water pipe? It is absolutely miles away, isn't it? It's down here somewhere. So, we won't be able to connect it up there. What I'm going to have to do is actually run a large pipe up, like that, because just is probably the most efficient way of doing it. I could run it straight through the middle, but this is probably the most efficient way of doing it. Or I could run it along and then up, but no, that's still very inefficient. So I'll run it straight up like that. What I'm doing either way is very inefficient because obviously it has to go quite a distance. And then I'll run small pipe to there, and then that should get it sorted. So there's all of them cells at the back. There's execution. Just check again that our deployment is sorted. Death row. Yeah, all these cells need to be death row only, you see. Obviously this bit doesn't. The reason that isn't is because it's the only way you can get to the infirmary. So I think that is about sorted. There's some nice weight benches and stuff. We've got now work here. We've got work time. We've got 40 prisoners of a maximum of, it's going up, it'll be 65. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 in total there. So we should be okay. Let's just have a guard patrol in our death row area. Now, obviously, this will be, I'll also put a, I'll probably put an armed patrol on there as well. 2 dog handlers on dog patrol, 2 armed guards on that patrol. So if I just do that, will that officially get that done? No. You can assign them. But it doesn't count for that because I don't actually have any yet. Obviously because we need to build the room on the other side. So, I think we will get a bit more shower put in. In fact, we'll probably complete the shower because we're getting to that point now where we probably should get it done. And we're going to do the center as well like that. Actually, we're not going to do them bits. You see? And so there, we don't want there, but the rest we do. And obviously we need to then run some pipes around here. So pipe across there, and pipes like that. Oh my good grief! It's like a set on Star Trek from the engine room. Right, okay, I think that's enough things placed, and I think we will leave it there. Not a bad episode for not only building, but also just generally cracking on with getting prisoners and progressing on along this thing, because we are pretty much sorted in terms of the functionality. I mean, it pretty much runs as it should, but we just need to keep expanding. So next episode, another 20 prisoners, and in fact, what we'll do, we'll have a quick look. There's still no death row intake, but I will max it out, you see. So we can do that. Next episode, we need to build on this side. That's 20 grand to do that, but obviously that's a little bit dodgy, so we'll have to see what happens there. We're receiving 1,974 generic units of currency a day, and obviously that'll increase in a couple of hours when we get another 20 prisoners. So we'll see what happens, but overall we are doing okay. Governmental security rating to be done to get dog handlers and armed guards, but yeah, we'll see what happens. As always, comment in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.